well.
Because I feel like the banter is just, I'm here for the banter with myself banter, right? You bring out the happy banter in me. You know, when you just like have vibes, like, yeah, let's do it. While I hit all these streaming buttons. So, we're in your bedroom today. We're in the boudoir today. And so far, internet connections seem nice and stable.
Seems nice, yes.
For the moment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get the Instagrams going. Hello, Instagram.
Wi-Fi is going. Everything's moving.
Yeah. Here I go. Let me post that I'm doing the things here to the P3. Look at this. Look at it. We made it.
We did it.
Like we made it. Maybe. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go here and send it to the whatchamacallit page, the women and adult page, because why not? There's people up there doing the things. Let's help out.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Where's my thingy, Bobby?
My bed is my office today, so I have like my laptop and all my notebooks and
so you had an office bed day.
Yeah, because I'm tired. It was a long week.
I was going to say, I kind of updated the outline, but I didn't send it to you because you don't need it.
Fine.
And I wanted to just kind of be like, ooh, she survived. It's post-Valentine's Day.
We all survived.
and if you guys didn't know, I'm not currently on a retail floor, but I used to manage a lot of Victoria's Secrets. So Valentine's Day was a big deal. On top of my husband was managing Fascinations. So we just it's always been busy. So I guess my pattern is still to be like, how was it? How's the floor? How's it going? How did Valentine's Day treat you? But before we get too far, because now I hit all the buttons.
Yes.
We'll do the things. Hello to my baby birds out there. If you were here last week, thank you. Keep coming. Good job. You made it back. But you would know that we were in the mid-brilliance-ness of me and Lola and the banter. And then the internet decided to embarrass itself, obviously, when we were in deep conversation. You know, we would have solved all the problems, I bet, but then poof, gone. So never fear. We have flexible schedules. Thankfully, Lola's never like, nope, I got energy for you. I'm going to jump on. We're going to finish this stuff. And I so love that about you. So thank you again for coming. Oh no, did I just curse us? You went black. What did you touch?
Oh.
No. I'm not making this. I can hear you, but now you went away. What the hell happened?
I don't know, but you sound like a chipmunk, but we're just going to roll with it.
Okay, we're rolling with it because maybe she's just going to reconnect.
I think.
Internet chaos cannot stop us.
Do you sound like a chipmunk to anybody else? Is someone watching?
I know. Hi, people out there. Do I sound like a chipmunk to you? Let's see. I don't know. I'm not. Maybe I do sound. Maybe I sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah. Well, you can hear me. I can hear you, but you just sound like a chipmunk.
It's okay. Yay, chipmunk. Should I speak closer into the microphone? We'll figure this out. Hello.
But the question is, can I understand you? Because sometimes I can't. Are we cursed?
I hope not. Are you on a mobile device?
Wait, what'd you say?
Are you on a mobile device?
Nope, I can't hear you. I mean, I can hear you, but it's...
Are you on like a cell phone, a mobile device?
Write it in the notes. I understood. Wait.
Oh, really?
Like, it just sounds, it literally sounds like a trill. Like, it's like high-pitched and garble, but I can kind of make out your words. It went black and then you came back and it was like this.
This is so interesting.
This is what happened last time. This is what happened last week.
I'm plugged into the interwebs. Blanca, can you hear me? Or Lola, what do you hear right now? Can you see us?
And if I go out, I feel like if I go out, then you'll be able to hear me, but I won't be able to hear you.
Let's see. She hears both of us fine. Can you see Lola?
I don't know. Wait, let's see.
So I was like, maybe I can get your avatar
No,
up or something.
still sounding things. Okay. Get me out of here. All right, let's see.
Do you want me to kick you out and then I'll bring you back in? See if that helps.
No.
I have the power. Okay, let's see if she comes back. I'm worried she's on a mobile device, and that's what's making things cuckoo. Okay, looks like she exited entirely. Okay, she'll be back. Welcome to Tuesdays with Tori, where usually I try to have a guest, and this is a semi-educational, conversational web stream where I talk about things that nobody else was talking about because I got like a whole bee in my bonnet. What, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, because I'd been in the liquid space for about a decade, and then schmoofed up over here into condoms. And then if you've been paying attention, I'm now attempting to navigate the world of sex tech.
I'm back, and I can hear you, and you can hear me, and you don't sound like a chipmunk.
Oh my goodness. She just hopped on, and yay. Okay. Alejandra's here. Thank you. Okay. We got Peoples and we got you. I'm like, nobody touch anything. I'm not going to say anything about the past because apparently I need to just get over it. And we're just going to move. We're going to move.
Don't
Lola
touch
can see
anything.
us both. Hopefully you can hear us both. Well, thanks again for coming to my retail-oriented, sex ed-oriented, whatever the hell I want to talk about and do, usually around the adult retail industry web stream that continues to evolve. And we now tell stories today because Lola's here, and I'll give her a minute to talk about all of her amazing freaking accomplishments, but also I want to hear about how Valentine's went. And I'm going to do like a quick little celebration on our illumination line because I just found out today we're in about 200 doors already. And I think we've only been shipping for real for like 4 weeks. So
Yay.
I'm dragging you all along in the journey of how you figure this out. But to me, that's like huge. Like
I love it.
We have great partners. And did you get your product yet?
It might be downstairs. I haven't.
Oh, that's fine. I can't wait to hear feedback, right? This is what I do. Who thought I'd be going from like lube to condoms and then doing this and like sending my friends product just for feedback? I'm like, no, I need to know. What did I forget about? What happened?
It's in the lineage.
I guess it's in the lineage, but also I'd not like envision like I wasn't going out for sex tech, as I'm like calling it, because we're doing a different situation here. I wasn't going out for it. It kind of just landed in our lap. And so that's where my imposter syndrome's coming from probably right now. Anyways, that doesn't mean that Paradise does not include condoms. We're just, launching other stuff and bringing you with us. So this is my what was this? Like graffiti and a drum roll. Meet my friend Dirty Lola. She comes back and we have conversations and banter, and I hope you enjoy it. She's a sex educator, a performer, creator of Sex Ed a Go-Go, culture shifter, shame discriminator, and you can find out more about her at her fancy website because she's cool enough to have one at dirtylola.com, and her handle is at dirtylola.
Just CO. The M costs extra money.
You're doing it better than I am. And just for a quick, this is what I dug up a little bit ago, and I'm going to just, share in your success and funds. Watch this. Oh my God. I hope it's going to work.
And you came back and you sound like a chipmunk again.
Oh no. We can't screen share anymore, apparently.
I tried to do it.
Well, I didn't mean to do
I'm
that.
Gonna go out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back in because that worked last time. I'm gonna do it really fast. Okay.
Okay, bye. Okay, I'm gonna remove her. Maybe I can do it while she's not here. I was trying to. Oh, dang it! Now I closed off the thing. Her intro to the Netflix show she did, and her beautiful toys. I brought up that clip from Netflix. I was trying to present it, and now we're all just cuckoo. Oh no. Okay, well, she'll be back. But yeah, last week we got cut short. Hopefully this week is not also cut short, but We wanted to catch up and debrief for the Valentine's survival mode session. How's everybody doing out there that was on the retail floor? What worked? What didn't work? Did we hydrate? Did we rest? Are we emotionally covered? Is it working?
Nope, now I can't hear you.
Seeing anything?
Oh my gosh. Nope.
No, I can hear you.
I can't hear you at all now.
Let's give it a minute because
This is what was happening last time. I swear to God.
Why does the
StreamYard is being a bitch?
Yeah, what's up, StreamYard? I'm gonna file a complaint after this. They always ask me like, "How was your stream?" I'm like, "Shitty, just downright poor, StreamYard." But look at, not gonna hold us down. Lola, welcome back. How did you survive? Not just me and my StreamYard, but did you hydrate over the weekend? Did you rest? Are you emotionally recovered at all? Was it like crazy super Valentine's? Was it just kind of a meh? Like, how'd it go? Oh, I don't think she can hear me. This is sad. Lola. No, you can't hear me? No?
Hold on.
So sad.
I'm trying something.
I can hear you. Ooh, great view. Just kidding.
Lola. This is, but
her name was Lola. She's a showgirl. And our internet is crap. Hi, Cherie. Lola, I don't know if you can hear me, but maybe you can jump on the laptop. Thank you. The laptop. I got a message her. Okay. Whoop. Add it to stage.
I moved to my laptop.
I was going to say, are you on a mobile device?
I was.
Maybe StreamYard is mad about the mobile webs.
Maybe. You know what? StreamYard can suck it.
Fair. However,
Okay.
This is a non-sponsored show because then I can do whatever I want. So they are more affordable than the others for now.
This is low, but what it will do with it, we'll fix it. I know.
We're going to fix it. Okay, but
look, now we're on. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right? You're here for the content.
This has been such an I Love Lucy between the two of us trying to figure
I kind of love it. You know what? If you're here for the ride, you're here for the ride. Welcome.
Listen, who said that? Nobody said this was a professional podcast.
Hey, by the way, this is my love letter to the industry. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. Goodbye.
The lighting's gonna be weird, but whatever. I'm here.
It's fine.
It's just
it's
a little
fine.
dark.
You look amazing.
It's the camera.
It looks good. Here, maybe I can do like that. No, that's worse because now I really can't see you. Okay,
It's
we're gonna zoom back in.
But it'll be
It's
too
fine.
dark. I think
It's fine. Maybe one light.
Yeah, see, it'll just be really dark in here.
Well, you look good no matter what.
Oh, this is better.
How is that better?
This is better-ish.
IT figuring it out in real time. How to figure out your lighting when you get on web streams. All right. Hey, hello. How are you? What's going on, people? Welcome back. If you are now just jumping in, that's probably a good idea because there was some stuff that happened beforehand. And now we're at the part where I tell you thank you for coming. And this is my super friend named Lola, and we call her Dirty. And I was trying to, originally I popped up the little clip from Netflix, but I'm not even going to try to screen share again because that made everything crazy. But I was going to be like,
that's what happened. You touched something.
I touched something. I'm putting this all in the review, but I was getting your clip of like toys. And I was going to brag. I'd be like, look at my friends are cooler than your friends. Okay. But I'll share them with you for like 45 minutes every other Tuesday. Lola.
Yes, we're here.
Let's talk about what actually happens this time of year when it's Valentine's Day. How do you make it make sense?
I mean, it's just busy, but
Yeah.
it's also, I don't know what's happening with everybody else's business, but you know, times have been slow, hard. People are broke. They're not having as much expendable, like extra income. Christmas was weird. Christmas was like busy-ish, but not as busy. But then post-Christmas, we got so many people coming in like that week after Christmas, and they were all spending cash. And I'm like, did everybody get cash for Christmas? So that was like different. And this year it was more spread out. So we had a lot more like weird days that aren't usually busy. Were busy for us leading up to it. And then Valentine's Day was very busy, but it was smaller purchases. But it was just not lack of people. It was just people not doing the whole shebang like they normally would. So still fucking crazy, but not as voluminous. And I get
voluminous. It wasn't.
Yeah, well, because people are like, do I want to do dinner too? Like I got a gift and dinner, and like maybe you're figuring that out, and we were having those conversations. That was the thing. Like people were apologizing. We have a lot of regulars, and people were like, I wish I could spend more, and I have to, we had a lovely conversation with a nurse in New York. Just still, half of our nurses are still on strike. One of the hospitals went to the table and settled, but our nurses strike has been happening. And she's a nurse, and she came in and she was like, shit's rough. They still fucked us over, and I can't do what I would normally do, but I wanted to support, and I love y'all.
Oh.
So, it was just like I look at it as this is where we are right now with the economy. You can still be busting your ass, and
it's still doing your best.
Yeah.
Because at least for me, because it's your integrity. Yeah, I'm doing what I enjoy. It's not the people's fault that, whatever. Insert political cause here. That's not the show. But I am a human. I am also a human struggling with said disposable income. Right. So I can understand it's not as easy, even from my side of the desk, to kind of get my normal forecast in or write like typical, like, hey, business that is considered booked already because it's like already established isn't coming in either. Yeah. So it's from what I've experienced, it's hard to even get that like whole basket size conversation going when customers, granted I'm not on the floor, but in just kind of like a different situation where I'm talking on the B2B side, it's like, we want to participate, but we got to go half speed here. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the times. And then it's also just realizing like consumables are still doing really well. People are buying condoms and lube and those things are not, I always call Monday refill day because that's when everybody comes in and that's like the bulk of the purchases are condoms.
No, and here we go to show that there's still a huge portion of your core business, right? Your regulars, the people come in for the quick turns, the condoms, the lubricants, the stuff that is consumable, as you said. Not only like typically, I remember having to do like all the sales training and figure out where I made sense on someone's floor and all that stuff. And old research used to tell me that it was like something like we'll just say half, maybe it was 40% of most store traffic is somebody looking for a toy, right? Specifically, maybe not like I think this study was a vibrating toy. Yes, a toy with some sort of motor power. So I was always constantly thinking about like, or I am now, like with condoms and with lube, like how do I fit in to what the demand is, right? Mm-hmm. Starting to shift a little bit because I'm also hearing like the days of the $200 sex toys no longer exist, right? People that used to maybe stock 60 on some of their higher end retail, like they would, stock 6 of the more expensive brands, and now they're only stocking 2 at any time.
Or if it's stuff we know is going to move, like that's kind of.
But even like the womanizers, right? Or like some of the Lalos of the world.
Yeah. Dame does really well for us. We're in Williamsburg. That's where they're from, and they're very aesthetic. So it's also knowing where your market is and who comes in, and we're a boutique, a one store woman-owned small boutique shop. We sell lingerie, we sell art, we sell all kinds of.
It was a huge footprint, right? Like
Yeah.
you've been in the community, like that's just like people just you have that
coming
shop
in. But so it's like good for us to have the span of products, because people come in and my first question is always, what's your budget? And people go, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to show you stuff. And then you're like, oh, because people get really excited and then you flip over the box and you're like, $119. But if you really want it or need it, right? Like if it checks all the boxes, you don't mind spending that money. Yeah. But if you really can't, I'd rather show you something else that I know that you're going to end up buying because you actually, it's within your budget.
That's why you got to do like what I call like the real estate agent. We're like, yeah, you told me your budget, but also I'm going to let you know what a little bit over and a little bit under is going to get so that you understand where you're hitting in the market.
Yeah. Or why, right? Like often we'll show people things and they look the same or similar, because we have toys out on the shelf and they're like, well, why are these two different prices? I'm like, that's app enabled. Teledildonics cost more money. You want to be in Italy and play with your girlfriend here in New York. That's going to cost you money. That's not free. If you want it to work well,
there's a blue chip in there too. Right? Like it's or as I'm starting to learn, right? There's a lot of high techie of like, oh wait, no, this toy has that firmware, stay on all day, and then this one has the firmware. If a customer is going to open it up, and it's just like a whole
bunch of stuff.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Oh, and like building an app, this has been, it's just, there's, I know maybe from the outside, a consumer's not going to like see that as an added expense, but oh yeah, there is a spend. It's the expense to get it to market is just insane.
That's the thing we have those conversations about with people. But for us, it's also like, it's more about, I don't want to just sell you something to sell you something. Yeah. It's what are you looking for? What's going to serve you best? And, even upsell, like I'm a horrible salesperson. I work in retail. No, because I don't like selling to people. I want to give you what you need.
You're educating.
Yes. I don't want to convince you to buy something that you might not need. But,
well, I would also argue that that's like a state of the post 2020 market, right?
Yeah, I've always been like that though. If you need it, I can sell the fuck out of it. But if you don't need it, I'm not going to be somebody who convinces you to buy the most expensive thing. However, I think
that actually makes you a good salesperson because you're solving those people's problems and not some random, whatever, a market that maybe isn't tailored to you.
Right. But like I had somebody come in and they were looking for a very specific, they liked the dildo we had. They wished it were smaller. And I said, well, have you heard of the O-Nut? And they're like, what? And I'm like, I'll show you how it works. And it can make this any length you need it to be as your partner gets used to you using, like if the girth is perfect, but the length is a little too long, you can put a bumper on it. And they were like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah.
We've thought of everything.
And then they bought that. And it was like, I'm like, oh, because I saw a need. I was like, don't get this dildo.
But they didn't even know the product existed, right?
They didn't. No. And they're like, that's amazing. And I'm like, oh, and you can use it with any other dildos you own,
Any other penises you own as well. Like,
right.
You can use this multi-use.
That's my thing, getting people to buy lube. People are often like, oh, I love the, like, we don't need it. And I'm like, okay. But just,
not what I asked is usually like, oh, okay. Like,
well, I say, the viscosity of your own wetness is not at all as close to the viscosity of lube, and sometimes does not stop friction from happening.
Spit's just water, and your body's meant to absorb water. Yeah. So just think about it.
Well, they're talking about the WAP. They're talking about their own, and that they're like, I don't need it, and I'm like.
Yeah, but also it's still an enhancement, right? Yeah. It's not a, I don't know, the point of lube
layering.
It's not to measure the output of said things later. That's not what it does.
What you got going on.
It's an enhancement. And also sometimes they tingle and sometimes they're flavored. And can you do that? It just makes life.
But then I'm not gonna, I don't argue. I'm like, well, and if you change your mind, or if you're ever doing butt stuff, butts don't self-lubricate. So here we go. And those conversations, and people go, oh yeah, maybe I'll look for this, or talking.
My favorite is I don't use lube, like I'm plenty. I don't know. I was like, oh well, tell me why you don't use it then, right? And it's usually some weird thing like, well, I don't know how to use it, or I have I'm worried that there's glycerin in it, and it's also like, yes, but glycerin's when like not all glycerin is made equal. Like people still think I get a lot of inquiries about do we still use casein in latex condoms? And I'm like, no, not for a very long time. It would be it'd be way more expensive if we were. So that's a whole other conversation about vegan and the FDA and blah blah blah, but it's right, it's like there's always that narrative, there's a bias that somebody's already working on, like, well, you shouldn't use lube maybe, or I'm going to offend him, and you're like, why is that there?
I'm going to say that's the industry's fault, because our industry is notorious for using outdated information to scare people and say that their thing is better. Like there's a condom brand that I cannot remember the name of, but it's very femme leaning, bright pink poppy. Is it like Pixie? It's something like that. Somebody came in and asked if we sell, and I'm like, no. And they showed me the website, and I'm like, this is cute and cool, but it's basically demonizing all these things about condoms and saying they're different. And I'm just like, that's not how the FDA works.
You got to be careful about that.
Condoms don't have casein anymore, and you're telling me ingredients, we can actually go look it up. And I'm like, I'm not saying don't buy this thing that works for you and you love, but people only get information from the places they're buying things. People do not go look this stuff up. They don't know the things we know. They're not within it. And so all the things people know about lube is because other lube brands have told them these lubes, this is bad, and we're the only one that doesn't have it. And so you make problems for the whole industry as a whole because you're trying to use scare tactics as marketing. And
you got to be careful about that in your marketing though too, right? Like if you're trying to build at least in my opinion, a sustainable brand and a sustainable message, like an authentic message at that, you don't want to be comparing yourself to your competition, because at the end of the day, they're in your boat. Let's not burn the boat, right? Those are your industry members. So and the idea of marketing anything and then you have a negative idea in your head is not good. That's not what you want. Marketing is emotional. If you're bringing up negative things and you start competing and comparing, you're not gonna get the sales you want nor the audience you want.
No. And as a sex educator, for me, it's more about I'm not steering anybody towards any particular thing. It's what is working.
Your job is to ask the right questions.
Yeah. And I always say, are you sensitive? Do you care about these things? And because even if when people have had bad experience with glycerin in the past or something, I don't want to make them try something, feel like they're buying something going home. So I'm like, well, here are the things we have that are glycerin paraben free. Then there are people who are like, I'm not sensitive. These are the things I care about most. That's where I go in. I'm not like, this is bad for you. And people often go, oh, water is better. Water-based is better for you. I'm like, no. It depends on which one you buy. Like whatever's in it.
I'm gonna need some more information. But also there's a point where you're like
what are you trying to avoid? But water just means that's the base ingredient and it's gonna soak into your body. Silicone is not going to soak into your body. People automatically are like, is it? And we are still fighting the silicone is not condom safe battle.
Oh, we're still fighting the silicone is poisonous. It was like, oh my God, the 90s called. They'd like their implants back. No, that nobody uses that silicone anymore.
No, but people use condoms and they don't realize that the lube in most condoms, unless otherwise noted, is silicone lube. Otherwise, they would
because a lot of water-based, and here's why also I asked too, water-based will just absorb into the condom too quickly, and then you have nothing, because a lot of these condoms get like a 5-year expiration date. So you're not going to be able to, they get a lot more, failure rates when you open up these condoms and nothing's even there. It's been all absorbed. So the more you know, also for people wondering, I'm not going to get into the whole silicone lube plus a silicone toy. That's a whole other episode, but I would like to mention that the amount of silicone that is in said condom foils or in a hybrid or other situations is not enough to even be tested. And that's why they don't do it, because it's so insignificant to the test.
Yeah.
So the problem there is not everybody wants to be on the marketing chopping block for saying, I'm silicone compatible because I don't know what type of silicone you use versus what you use or whatever. Right. And that's the problem.
Well, what I tell people is that because people ask why. And I'm like, really, it's user error. It's because you don't wash your toys well enough after using silicone. Because silicone does want to hang around.
I have to wash them?
Like you've seen it. I
just leave them in the shower.
Just hang out. Like what? But it likes you got to put a little elbow grease if you really want to get like that sheen off, which is the residue. And I always tell people, if you are dedicated to doing that, you're probably going to be fine. I'm like, if it's it's not going to make the dildo explode. It might change the finish. If you have a matte one, you might notice it's going to look less matte if that's a thing you care about, unless you put some elbow grease behind it. And like, if it's depending on your mechanical toy, if you're not cleaning it and it's sitting on there, and over time the buildup of it could get into the mechanism where the silicone is thinner, yes, it's not going to happen in a month or a year. It's going to happen over time, but it's because you aren't using it right. And that's what I say. I'm like, because y'all don't clean your toys, we recommend you use water because it's less user error with that. But if you love silicone lube and you're willing to really wash your toys the way they need to be washed, please buy the lube. And that's what it's not going to make your toy explode. It's not going to make the finish peel off tomorrow. But yeah, in a hot ass New York apartment and you're not washing your toys, things might happen. That's not how it was meant to be used. So
you're not using it properly. That was not on the indications for use.
And when I say that to people, they go, oh yeah, I'm not going to do that. Right. So here, buy this water-based lube.
But we're so worried about whatever shred of information we did hear about it that it's like, no, same. Granted, Ryan and I are not your normal consumers. Okay. I get that. But I think the only time we had any problem with anything was we put two toys in the same toy bag and left it in the sun because we were moving. Don't do that. And also they were not what I would call the higher grade silicones. Yeah. So there you have it. Not that anybody asked.
It's science and chemicals and things. And again, situational. It's how you're storing things. These are all conversations we try to have, because I don't want to deter people from doing something that isn't feeling good for them, or when they come in, like, people who love oil-based things, and then they're coming to buy latex condoms. I'm like, whoa, honey, are you trying to get pregnant?
Well, and then who gets the bad rap? The condom,
right? And it's not the condom.
And it was like, no, it was not that. It was all this other stuff.
But also, here are the condoms that you can buy, right? Like there are condoms that are oil compatible. Let's talk about that and get you into some of those, because we sell the Unique at Shag. We sell the Unique pull. And I'm like, that's the one I usually point to, because we don't sell the polyurethane, because they didn't do well. Not enough people want them for us to carry them. But the people come in and buy
Trojan just discontinued their Natural Am and their Supra. They're right? Big move.
Wow.
In my opinion. And I think stores are just now starting to see it, even though I talked about it a year ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm out, they're out. You know what I mean? Like it's out of circulation. They're coming out with a new
STIs. They just protect against pregnancy, so it's only
and they're expensive to make. Yeah, right. The trend hasn't been able. They are.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an infinite source. Nothing is, but especially not.
But no, too expensive to make. I'm excited though. Eventually, they're saying March-ish. They have a new condom calling the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time, which is supposed to blend. Like basically, they're calling it an SIS sort of synthetic blend with supposedly a polyurethane and a polyisoprene have a baby. I haven't seen it or touched it yet. It's not here yet. But I'm like, they must be banking on it if they, pulled their shelf space. Because right now, they're not playing in the non-latex area at all, because my stores are out of stock. So they, I'm going to have to get that slot back. But for me,
you let me know.
Wow.
You let me. You know I'm signing up.
We'll talk later. We'll have an altitude appointment too.
Yeah,
right?
because I'm very allergic. Like go into anaphylactic shock, allergic to latex.
No, that's why I have all my little friends test things. I'm like, how do you feel about this one? Or does this one doing this? Da, 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 right?
But and it also helped like having a what did I try? You gave me the nitrile condom.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
They've been good. They there's a little bit of drag if you don't put a lot of lube.
Yeah, I was like, water-based doesn't love it either. I definitely recommend a silicone for that.
You gotta use like a silicone lube with them, which is fine if you're not. But that was the thing I noticed. But like the fit of the regular was comparable to the large skin. I have a larger person that I fuck around sometimes.
Ooh, so Durex is again March-ish. We'll find out. Yeah. I might have at least samples, so maybe we'll just say April. They are doing the intense and an extra large and an ultra looped. So I'm excited.
Okay. We love it.
So it must be doing good. Thank you, stores.
Yeah.
Thank you, stores, for early adopters.
Choices. We deserve choices. Yeah.
But it's a whole other situation when I'm like navigating this space and then I have to translate it to a Fortune blah, 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 blah company. Yeah. Right. Where it's like, yes, our business is important, but they have to weigh it against so many other things. So I'm like, just start buying this new one so then we can get what we want. Okay, thanks.
It's like, give us things. We need the things. Yeah. No,
and that's a whole other episode is just how to translate in between. That's why they're full-time jobs when you do interdepartmental and then inter-company. It's a whole other nomenclature disaster.
I can only imagine.
Ooh, excuse me. I didn't mean to burp on you. That was my bad. Okay.
You're a human.
I am a human sometimes. Okay. Anything else you wanted to shout out? Because otherwise we'll just like go into my fun little
no, let's do your
rapid
outline.
And we just have a little chitty chat and we calm down and we give good Valentine's Day, post-Valentine's Day vibes, and we just let everybody know that we see you and we're in the trenches too, so to speak.
Yes.
Not that like everybody's experience is the same, but you got reach out. We're trying to do the things, right?
Yeah. And I can only imagine what it's like in the bigger stores, man. That must be crazy.
Oh, because a lot of those stores have to right. So say like your store maybe stocks like, okay, I don't know, a month at a time. Right.
Yeah.
They have to be like ready for intense peaks. But then also you can't just have extra inventory because that's cash. It's just It's just a whole thing. It's just a whole thing. And this is why I don't own a business. But like I'm like a curious person. Like, well, why do we do this and we do that? I don't even know.
It's a lot. Or just knowing what people are going to buy. I feel like we bought a bunch of things that people have been buying like hot. Like we stock it and it's gone. And that thing didn't sell. But something else that we didn't get extra of sold. And it'll sell eventually, but it was just like, what the fuck?
That's the timing part of it or whatever, right? That's the like, I want the crystal ball.
It's like what's gonna go, what's gonna stay. And eventually it will go, but it was just weird. It was just like, of course, the thing that we didn't think that hasn't been flying off the shelves is the thing that people have been choosing. And then
what was flying off the shelves for you think?
Was it a lot of dips, Dame dips?
Okay, great.
Because you know what? That's a really easy toy for. I'm buying something for my partner. If a man buying something for his partner who doesn't use toys, and so they're kind of like, she wants one, but I have no idea where to start. And I'm like, oh, it's not too strong, it's not too weak, it's got a good shape, it's got a little length. You get a textured side, an untextured side. The price point is amazing.
Well, and the aesthetic, as you mentioned earlier,
and the aesthetic, and it's rechargeable, it feels gifty. Like the box is nice. Like when they take it out, it's gonna read that way. It's gonna be nice. A lot of cock rings across the board. No particular brand, because people are just like, what's gonna work for them. Yeah, so like a lot more. A lot of dudes got gifts this year because we sold a lot more. I think we had a lot more people coming in to buy those things for their partners.
Well,
we had a lot of couples shopping together. We had a ton of couples.
Oh, that's the best though.
Yeah. we had so many people shopping together. So like we'd get like a lingerie purchase and then like a toy because they'd be buying something for each other. A couple people would go stand outside where their partner bought something and then swap, and it was very cute. We had a lot more couples. We didn't have a ton of this year was not the year for the dude who waited last minute, which we were very surprised. Normally we have like it's like all these dudes who are like, I didn't buy, I don't know.
Oh, that used to be my favorite back in the lingerie day. I'd be like, you just stay there. I put all these things in a box. Okay, thank you.
Or they always wait till the last minute, but then they want to buy lingerie and they did no prep. And they're like,
I'm like, what size are they?
I'm like, that's not helpful.
Oh, and then they start pointing to other staff members. And I'm like, okay, this is a slippery slope. No, you're getting mediums all around.
Her boobs are kind of like your boobs, and I'm like,
nope. Now that's a no. Okay,
no. And they're not being creepy, but they're just trying to like grasp it.
But you also have to protect yourself
that was
a little bit on the floor, right? Like you want to be approachable and knowledgeable, but also they don't need to be asking you, like just because I work at the store does not mean I use all of these products or I am in part of this. Like, you don't know anybody, your actual personal testimony that you don't want to give. You know what I mean?
We've been training people better. I feel like we get more people who are, if they ask that question, they phrase it in a, like they'll say, like, if you don't mind, answer, like, is there something that you really like? Or like, why, what do you like here and why? Like they're trying to get more of a testimonial moment. Like, what is it about it that you like? Because people are trying to like feel it out. It's less like, oh, what do you like?
Like what is it? No, you're trying to figure out what experience that they're shopping for, but they don't need to know about all of your experience.
So I think that was what felt different this year. It was, I think a lot more people were having the like, we are buying for each other, or I'm buying for my male partner, and it wasn't just.
I think that's so important for couples, whatever stage you're at, is just being able to like dream together and have another fun. Like you need that. We did something together, right? So we went shopping together, or we found a reason to talk about maybe some things we wouldn't have talked about beforehand.
Lots of games. The games did really well. Fun. Yeah, because we have an array. We got like the cards and the dice and board game version, and so a lot of people like really intense,
beautiful icebreakers,
picking a game. Yeah, that was fun. That's always, I think that's always interesting to me. I love seeing what is the thing and then trying to figure out why it was the thing.
No, I love it too. That's why I'm like trying to poke at your brain. Like, oh, how is it being on the floor, right?
I could see we bought in mod. We hadn't had mod before, and we're getting, because we were getting more people asking about it. And I was like, why? And I realized like, oh, all these roundups, mod is like heavily featured. That's how people don't know about
it's the impressions, right?
Yeah, well, it's what they like. How else would they know? They don't go to trade shows. They don't. So it's, where did I read about it? And so all of those, like the strategist, I did a interview with them because they were talking about sex pillows, and they did a sex week. So they just basically like all the different product categories. They wrote an article about it. And so it's who's getting featured, and really it's coming like who's throwing out the names and what products we are familiar with, or like what we like, the people who they're talking to often. So it's like who's getting thrown up, or maybe they found out about.
It's how do we get back in the zeitgeist, right? So you have like more impressions, so that it's like somebody brought this, like you're watering a seed that's already been there,
or some event. Sometimes there's like different events and a brand will sponsor and people will find out about it. And so they'll start looking for it because they saw it somewhere. We get a lot of those. So when people ask us what's popular, I'm like, popularity is relative because it's whatever got published recently.
Like, hold on, I'm going to need to filter you down a bit before I can recommend anything. Like, okay, what category?
Yeah.
What other checkboxes do I need?
And it doesn't matter. I'm like, popularity with sex toys doesn't matter because they're not buying it because they know it's good. They're buying it because somebody else told them it was good, or they saw it somewhere. It's not, they're not going, this worked for me, because they would, if they already own it, they wouldn't be buying
yeah,
it.
It's not food. It's like, what's the special?
Right. It's not like people love this and keep coming back. It's, you buy it one time and that's it, buddy. And then they're like, well, do people come back and tell you things? I'm like, no. we're trying to bribe people to give us.
That's the boundary, right?
Well,
Nope.
But I would love it.
To...
We ask people when somebody buys something new, especially something that maybe we hadn't sold before, and they're very enthusiastic about it. And I'm like, please come back.
Oh, yes. If you'd like to share, go for it.
Yeah, please come back and tell us your experience with it. Or we have it on our website now where you can leave reviews. We're trying to encourage that because we want that.
Yeah, see, that's give me some stars. I'll take some stars.
Or tell me why, what you liked about it. I want that. Give me that shit. But that's hard to get. And so I'm like,
it is.
And sometimes we get people to test, like we will test things so we can have like staff recommendations and why we recommend it. Like I always have my whatever things that I like or whatever. And sometimes it's not even that I've used it. I like it from a sex educator standpoint of price point, usability, accessibility. Like that circle for me is like, woo, this is why I love this thing. Or just having another, like we brought in Mod and we brought in like the unscented massage oil. That for me has been, not that I love the brand, but we have a lot of people that scent is a problem for them. So being able to now go, oh, unscented, and people go, oh my God, yes, my partner is super sensitive. I wanted a nice massage oil. Hi, I have something to offer you. So having that category open up because we brought in another thing is great. That's why I want to encourage people who make toys to please make your things different from what other people are making, because it gives me something else to offer. Like when
you need a talking point.
Yeah. Well, also just different accessibility. Like when people started making the toys that fit on your finger, do you know how many people get excited about that shit? They get so excited that they won't get carpal tunnel, and they're like,
oh my God,
I can slide it on my finger, or like a wand that has an insertable end, or just anything that gives people like a 2-in-1 moment. Like Satisfyer has like the air pulse that has a different cap. And so I'm like, if you hate the air pulse, you still have a vibrator.
Yeah, we want options. Yay!
They want options. They like
I just want to be able to change my mind.
Yeah. And also just Vito, I love, because I'm like, excuse me, of all these toys, you can hold each one a different way. So how do you want it between your fingers? You want to hold it like this, you want to hold it like this, you want to hold it. People need those options, and they don't think about that. Like when I break it down and I'm like, how do you have any mobility things we need to think about? And they've never been asked that question in life or in a sex shop. And I'm like, yeah, is it hard for you to hold stuff? I have carpal tunnel. Gripping stuff like this for a long time, or my arm being in a certain way, is going to be funky after a while. So I love longer handles because I have short arms, things that I can put on my finger, or I can change up how I'm holding it. I want to be able to offer that stuff. And if everything looks the same, if everything works exactly the same, and the only thing different is the packaging, you take away our ability.
Yeah, then nothing is special. Yeah.
Right. Well, and then what you do is you're causing a problem, because everybody bought the rose, but how many people actually liked the rose? And how many people who hated the rose went back and bought something else? And how many people who hated the rose said, oh, it was me, not this toy. And then they're never going to come back into a sex shop again and buy toys because they feel broken, or they feel lied to, or they feel all those other things, right? So when people come in and they're looking at it, if I can offer them something and talk about how they have to hold it, what are the different attributes? This is why you might like this one over this one. What's your price? And actually have a variety to offer, it makes them come back. Because when we want to create a thing where they feel taken care of, and not like we're being predatory. Not that they came in and I sold them this $200 G-spot vibrator. Oh no, I lost you.
I'm here. I said,
yeah,
you don't want anyone to not enjoy, like, you have like buyer's remorse by the time you leave.
Yeah.
These are my dogs. I'm sorry, they're going nuts out. They're like, we want to go OUT. Mom, you should be off the computer now.
Come take us out. We love you. Oh, I said the word. Sorry, buddy.
Lola.
You're so cute.
My name is Chewy. We're gonna do quick rapids, because then I need to go outside. Okay, let's ask Lola. One Valentine's Day. If Valentine's Day had a mascot, what do you think it would be?
Like just in general?
Yeah, I guess just in general. I mean, or as it pertains to the industry.
Definitely. Oh, then a dancing like little vibrator. It'd have to be like a little
wacky, waitable, inflated guy
something,
kind of
or
thing,
just like with
but more
arms.
vibration.
Yeah, just one of the old school with the little turn knob.
Ooh, okay, love it. Let's make t-shirts.
Yes.
One sex myth that refuses to die.
Oh my god. Well, we talked about that silicone lube isn't condom safe. Yeah.
That one. That's one that does refuse to die.
That's like
regular condoms are still made with like animal byproducts. Like no.
Yeah.
No. Retailers should stop saying blank immediately. Like for me, I'm like, I think retailers need to stop saying like, hey, you finding everything okay immediately.
What? Oh.
Instead of like, what brings you in? Right?
Yeah. I don't know what I want people to stop saying. I want you to stop gendering people and things, because I think we cut ourselves off at the knees, right? Like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't care. Like, I'm not like, I don't want to go, here are all the women's toys. I go, these are our clitoral vibrators, G-spot, air pulse, rabbit style, butt stuff, cock rings, strokers.
I feel like that's just a more efficient way, right? If someone's like, most of the time people are shopping based off experience.
Yeah, well, and also I've had moments where the person ended up being trans. I did not at all clock it. Didn't need to. I'm not trying to, but I know I would have fucked it up if I would have been like, oh, here are these things that are only for vulvas, and they might have felt uncomfortable, walked out of the store. Instead, I made a really big sale because they got all the stuff they needed. There was no place of judgment. I also will say, oh, is this for you or somebody else? Are you buying for yourself? And I do that with lingerie because we have a one-person dressing room. So I'm like, oh, is this a purchase for you or is it a purchase for someone else? And I let them tell me what that is. And that's also because then the look on their face when they're like, oh, it's for me. And I'm like, cool. Do you want to try it on? And they're like, I can. I'm like, yep, we have just one. So it's cool. You can go in. Let me know if you need help. And you can tell when somebody's maybe going to be inappropriate. So I might throw in like, help is like, you need another size. But I had a beautiful man come in and he was buying a corset and we picked out a corset and then he needed help. And I was like, it's a little tight. And he was like, how am I putting this on by myself? I'm like, get a bigger size because then you can twist it if you don't have help getting it on. And then he came back when he was all dressed up. And he looked glorious and he stopped and gave me a hug and was like, look, I look so beautiful and you helped. And I'm like, oh, that's what I want. And I think
that's the part I miss
from happening. Yeah.
Yes.
We need to assume. It's just let it go, because opening it up, it's not even about being woke or doing something. It's if somebody's going to walk in and you assume their identity or what they need and you make them feel uncomfortable because you've done that, you lose that sale. They're going to walk out the door. If somebody feels taken care of and comfortable and seen and that you didn't judge them, they're going to come back. They're going to bring a friend. They're going to tell other people. And that one sale is going to turn into somebody going, this is a place I trust. These are people I trust, that like they were good to me. And at the end of the day, that's what this business should be about. It shouldn't be about
your regular
things. Right. Exactly. So taking care of people, it's not, when I say, because people are like, oh, and I'm like, no, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Are they pegging? Are they, I don't know what's happening. I'm not trying to, I'm just like, what do you need? And what can I show you? And I don't know why.
It's critical that people are asking the correct fact-finding questions.
So it's just be a little bit more, less stringent about how we're talking about
just be openly curious. I know I've had or people, I know people come to me and they've been concerned. I was like, okay, well, I'm having a hard time with how I maybe ask, or, I'm scared I'm going to offend somebody in doing it. And like, sure, I have some of the same, qualms and fears. I never want to, disrespect somebody unless like I meant it. And so that's what I mean. Like, okay, well, if you don't mean harm, then people will know that, right? It's like,
Yeah.
it's okay that you fucked up, but
keep it clinical, keep it business and clinical. Is this for you or for someone else? Is this for does your partner have a penis or a vulva? Like what kind of toy, or like what body parts are we looking to use these on? Those are all not too invasive. It's like, is it for a penis or a vulva? Are we putting something in our butt? Is it for a clit? Is it prostate, G-spot? Like that. And you
how are you going to recommend the right thing if you don't get down to what it is? What's the need, right? You're solving the problem.
What's your need? And you don't have to assume, and you meet people where they are. And when I've had like big burly dudes who laugh and go, of course it's for this. I'm like, I don't know your life, but now that I know what you need, here's this thing. And I just keep it moving.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's a reflection on, that's their reaction, not yours. It's a reflection on how they feel, not you. Right.
And then we keep it moving. I make a joke and I'm just like, I'm like, it could have been for whatever. I don't know your life. And they go, ha, and we keep going. We're not making a big deal about it, but it really is about.
Well, and I think that's what makes you a leader in it though, right? Like some of your customers are expecting you to lead this experience because they're maybe fearful. They're scared.
Yeah. Especially if you are in anywhere, like, I'm gonna be real, if you're in a red state and people are queer, people are trans, and they're trying to find community and pleasure in places that may be struggling. If your place can be the place they come and they find that, believe me, you're going to have a customer for as long as they're still in your town. That, because they're looking for that. They're afraid of how to get these things,
If people don't know what they don't know.
They don't know. Or if they call, like we sell things and they go all over the country. We're based in Brooklyn and I'm sending stuff out to Utah, but people can call and ask us questions and we'll mail. Like, I'm going to answer it. I'm going to
full service all the way.
That's like, it's customer service and it's taking care of people. And I think that's what's important is what we do at the end of the day is we're not just selling dildos and lube, and we're selling care. And it's about taking care of the people that come, even if it's one time, right? Like that they had a good experience and that they didn't feel like we were judging them and that we got them what they needed, not what we wanted them to have or what.
An inspiring spark or whatever I call it. It's just, I don't know. I do it for that. Like, hey, if I impacted one person's life somehow, like there's so many random people, I don't even know their names. Or I crossed with them once and they said one thing or saw one thing and it impacts my life. Like, can you imagine being able to impact somebody, like being in somebody else's story? Like, I find that to be a huge privilege, right?
Yeah,
like,
even with the extra pervy stuff. We get people that call all the time and they're like, do you have sex dolls? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, I didn't. And I'm like, no, I'm not offended. We just don't carry those.
No,
here's some places where you can buy them. And I'm like, most people don't carry them because they're expensive and they're heavy.
They take up a lot of space.
They take up a lot of space. So I'm like, don't call. I'm like, you can call some shops, but you might not find the doll. Here's some websites. And I have a list of where I send them. I'm like, here's where you can buy these things.
That's a special list.
Oh, I send people to other sex shops.
I love it.
We don't have it.
What is it, like Amy's list? You're like, oh, I got Lola's list. Here we go.
No, well, it's like you need kink. You're in New York. Purple Passion. They have leather gear. They have latex. You need like extra kinky things. You need like a funnel butt plug thing. They got that probably. We don't have it. They have an array of cock cages. So if somebody is like, they want that step up from the beginner stuff we have, I send them to Purple Passions. If you need like plus size lingerie, size bras, go to the Rack Shack. They're in Bushwick. We used to have another lingerie shop like up the block from us. Sadly, they closed. They would send people to us. We would send people to them. There's a London Fetish around the corner. It's gay male centric. If I don't sell poppers, but the guy behind the counter there, they sell them and he can tell you which ones are good for you. I want you to have a good experience. It's not about money.
We're all in the same boat, as you mentioned earlier. Like, sure, everybody's like, my competition in my business. I was like, no, but we're all in the same boat at the end of the day. We're all in the adult retail industry together.
And if I don't got it, somebody else does. And they'll take care of you. And then people come back. People go, well, I want to buy something. I'm like, sure. Or they'll come back and they'll say, thank you for sending me that. But like, I'm not trying to, keep you from getting what you need or keep you from other people. If I don't have it, I don't have it. We have our own vibe that's a pun, but we have our own vibe at Shag. And there's other places, and I let people know what else is around, and because people don't know, they're Googling. We get so many people who just Googled us and found us and walked in. They looked up a keyword and it worked out, and they walk in. And sometimes we have what they need, and sometimes we don't. And I like being able to get them what they need. We don't sell socks, but I can tell you where to get socks in our neighborhood. People come in and ask for socks all the time. Socks and just basic ass panties, because somebody's panties didn't work out, and they're like, do you just have? And I'm like, we don't, but here's where you can go.
Like, okay, but I got you, right?
I
love that.
Yeah. Community
that reminds
service
me. Oh my God.
Okay.
They're not going to let me finish this episode.
They're not. They're like,
can you hear them? This is like,
yeah.
Hey,
they're having a moment. Well, the sun has gone down.
The sun has gone down. Let's do the wrapping up. The outro is like, hey, huge thank you for coming back. I feel like we could do a whole other episode, but hopefully that was educational for some of you.
Yeah.
I had a blast. So thanks for coming. If you were going to leave us with like one, ism, right? Leave us just a little piece of wisdom, and then do all the shameless plug stuff real quick. We'll sign off, and we'll see you next Tuesday, peoples. Just remember why we do this. Remember, like, the thing that got you in it, that it's more than just the products, and it's us, the people, but also who we're taking care of. And I think we're going to be okay if we all remember that, and we remember to take care of each other as an industry as well, and it's I see a lot of bullshit sometimes, and sometimes it's warranted, but also it's how do we keep taking care of each other? And that's what I'm going to leave folks with. Thank you, Lola, for being part of the Double Door Army of, yes. We're going to keep trying to take care of each other and be part of a unified industry, maybe kind of, sort of. And, I got to take my dogs out because they're going cuckoo. But be good, everyone. Everybody be good. Let's have better conversations, better education, and less gatekeeping, right? Because the better business we do keeps everybody's doors open. And all we're doing at the end of the day is making sure it's done right. So I can't complain with that. Lola, you're amazing. I can't wait for you to go check your mailbox, because I really want to talk to you about the buttons, because I was like thinking about the things you were talking about. Me in the dark. Oh, please. I'm obsessed with the buttons for some of the reasons you talked about. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Coco. That was a really good little noise. Where's my sassy doggo? Hey. Look at her. Oh, they're guarding you. Other one. She's like half corgi, mixed something or other. Get done. Okay, guys. I have rescue dogs and they boss me around. Love you all. If you want to get involved, do the DMing. If you've got questions or other topics you want us to research, if I don't know, I can call people like Lola, right? If I don't know, I can find an expert that can figure it out, and we'll talk about it. I love you all. Thank you again for coming, Lola. Of course. Take care of the Good night. I'll see you later. Bye.